Hello, dear traders, you welcome to InstaForex TV channel with me, Kate Tikhina. The new trading week starts with a growth potential for the US dollar. However, Donald Trump's protectionist measures could become a major stumbling block for the greenback to return to its highs. On Friday, the report showed that the United States posted goods trade deficit with China, and China confirmed this information. China's trade surplus widened to more than $31 billion in August, with the exports to still growing by 13.2%, even with the US tariffs in effect. Trump upped the ante, warning that he was ready to slap tariffs on another $267 billion of China's goods. However, according to observers, the US president is overwrought as his policy comes to nothing. Meanwhile, China unveiled data that showed a 2.3% increase in the annual consumer price, following a 2.1% rise earlier. On a monthly basis, prices rose to 0.7% from 0.3%. However, producer prices growth has disappointed traders, having slowed down to 4.1% from 4.6%, and pointing to an impact from abroad. Meanwhile, the Australian dollar declined to 0.7100 ahead of a potential decrease in demand for raw materials from Australia. Experts anticipate that the downward pressure on the Aussie will persist. In the meantime, the Japanese yen continues to show strength. Thus, the dollar-yen pair hit the level of 111, sticking to a sideways trend. The yen is holding firm as escalating US-China trade tensions stepped up. Meanwhile, the Japanese economy is growing at a solid pace. The country's GDP expanded by 3% year-on-year in the second quarter, after declining by 0.9% previously. On a quarterly basis, the economy advanced by 0.7% after falling by 0.2%. Current account surplus also accelerated to 2.1 billion yen from 1.76 billion yen, topping up analysts' expectations. The attention of traders is still focused on the consequences of the earthquake on the island of Hokkaido, which killed dozens of people and suspended the work of many spheres. With electricity restored, Toyota Motor Corporation said today that it was preparing to resume production on the weekend. It's worth noting that the US dollar index is also strengthening. Attention of market participants is still directed to trade negotiations between the United States and Canada. You are watching Market News on InstaForex TV channel with me, Kate Tikhina. We wish you profitable deals with InstaForex.